What if everything we think we know about ancient history is incomplete? What if civilizations thousands of years ago were far more advanced than we ever imagined? Because across the world, there are structures so mysterious, so precise, that even modern science struggles to explain them. Massive stones cut with impossible accuracy, perfect alignments built without modern tools. And the most disturbing part? They were created at a time when humans were supposed to be primitive. So the question is, were our ancestors really primitive? Or have we forgotten something? Today, we're going on a journey across the planet to uncover ancient structures that continue to confuse scientists. And trust me, what you're about to see might completely change the way you see human history. Number 1. Gunung Padang in Indonesia. Imagine a quiet hill in Indonesia. For centuries, locals believed it was just a sacred place, a spiritual site, nothing more. But in 2010, everything changed. Scientists arrived and began scanning the ground using advanced equipment. What they discovered was shocking. Beneath the hill was not natural earth, but a massive layered structure hidden underground, almost like a buried pyramid. And then came the most controversial part. Radiocarbon testing revealed something unbelievable. The structure could be over 20,000 years old. Let that sink in. 20,000 years ago, we were in the Ice Age. Mammoths still roamed the earth, and according to everything we know, humans were simple hunter-gatherers. No cities, no engineering, no large-scale construction. So how is this even possible? Some researchers suggest this could be evidence of a lost advanced civilization. Others even link it to myths like Atlantis. But scientists offered a more grounded explanation. The stones found here are actually natural basalt columns formed by volcanic activity. In other words, nature created the raw materials. But that raises a deeper question. Who arranged them? Who built the terraces? Who turned this natural formation into something structured? Because this isn't just random placement. This is organized, intentional, and incredibly complex. The real mystery here is not technology, it's human coordination. How did ancient people, without modern systems, organize such a massive project? And more importantly, why? In Indonesia, humans worked with nature. But now, we move to a place where humans did the opposite. They didn't use the mountain, they destroyed it completely to create something almost impossible. Number 2. Kailasa Temple in India. At first glance, this structure doesn't make sense because it wasn't built, it was carved from a single rock, top to bottom. Think about that. Most buildings are constructed upward, foundation first, then walls, then roof. But this was created by removing rock from the top down. The Kailasa Temple is not made of blocks, it is one solid piece, carved into a massive cliff. Inside, you'll find pillars, rooms, massive statues, intricate carvings, all part of the same rock. To create this, workers had to remove around 200,000 tons of stone. And according to historical records, this was done in just 18 years. Now do the math. That means removing around 30 tons of rock every single day. No breaks, no machines, no modern tools. Is that even realistic? This is where theories begin. Some suggest lost ancient technology. Others believe advanced cutting methods we no longer understand. Some even go as far as saying non-human intelligence was involved. But engineers have proposed a more logical explanation. The key was technique. Instead of lifting heavy stones upward, they used gravity. Rock debris simply fell downward, saving time and effort. For cutting, they used a surprisingly simple method: wooden wedges. Placed into drilled holes, then soaked with water, as the wood expanded, it created immense pressure, cracking the rock cleanly. Simple, but brilliant. Still, that doesn't explain everything. The precision, the planning, the sheer scale. Because one mistake, just one, and the entire structure would be ruined forever. This wasn't just construction, this was perfection on a massive scale, which tells us something important. Ancient builders were not primitive. They were highly organized, highly disciplined, and incredibly intelligent. A temple carved from a mountain. Now imagine something even stranger. A structure hidden beneath the ocean that may have once been a lost city. Number 3. Yonaguni Monument in Japan. In 1986, a diver went underwater searching for sharks, but what he found instead changed everything. Deep beneath the ocean's surface, he discovered a massive stone structure with straight edges, sharp angles, and step-like formations. It looked artificial, almost like an underwater pyramid or the ruins of a forgotten civilization. The structure stretches over 150 meters long and 40 meters wide. But here's the mystery. It's underwater, which means when it was built, this area was above sea level, and that places it around 10,000 years ago, long before known advanced civilizations. So what is it? Some believe this is proof of a lost civilization, a Japanese Atlantis. Others argue it's entirely natural. Geologists say the rock type in this region naturally breaks into straight lines. Ocean currents, over thousands of years, could have shaped these formations. But critics question that because some features look too precise, too intentional, too structured. So a third theory emerges. What if nature created the base and humans modified it? A collaboration between nature and ancient intelligence. If that's true, then ancient humans were capable of much more than we give them credit for. The ocean hides secrets, but sometimes the earth hides even bigger ones, and occasionally those secrets are discovered by accident. Number 4. Derinkuyu, underground city in Turkey. In 1963, a man in Turkey was renovating his home. While breaking a wall in his basement, he discovered something strange, a hidden passage, then another, and another, until suddenly he uncovered an entire underground city, Derinkuyu. This wasn't a cave, it was a fully functional city built beneath the earth. It goes down 18 levels and could hold up to 20,000 people. Inside, there were living spaces, storage rooms, schools, churches, and even areas for animals. But the most impressive feature was the ventilation system. Fresh air flowing through deep underground levels without any modern technology. Now the question is, why? Why would thousands of people live underground? Some theories suggest they were hiding from a global catastrophe. Others believe it was protection from something unknown. But historians offer a more grounded explanation: war. This region was constantly under threat. When enemies attacked, entire communities would disappear underground. Entrances were sealed with massive rolling stone doors. From the outside, it looked like nothing was there, but beneath the surface, life continued, safe, hidden, protected. So far. But what if some ancient cities were not built on land, but directly on water? Places so strange that even today they feel unnatural. Hidden deep in the Pacific Ocean, there exists a place that locals still fear. They call it a city of spirits. Second last, Nan Madol, Micronesia. Far out in the Pacific, on a remote island called Pohnpei, there lies a city unlike anything else on Earth. Nan Madol. At first glance, it looks like ruins, but when you look closer, you realize this is not just a city. This is an engineering mystery. Because Nan Madol is built entirely on water, not near water, not beside water, directly on top of it. This ancient complex consists of over 90 artificial islands connected by narrow canals, almost like a maze, which is why many people call it the Venice of the Pacific. But unlike Venice, this place feels heavy, silent, almost unnatural. Massive stone walls rise straight out of the ocean, reaching heights of over 8 meters. These walls are made from huge basalt logs, each one weighing between 5 to 50 tons. And when you add everything together, the total weight of the stones used here is estimated to be around 750,000 tons. That's comparable to the Great Pyramid of Egypt. But here's the problem. The island that built this had a population of maybe 20,000 people. No metal tools, no wheels, no advanced machinery. So how did they do it? How do you move 50-ton stones through dense jungle, over mud, and then place them perfectly on water? For years, no one had an answer, which led to theories. Some believe the stones were moved using sound. Others say they were levitated. Local legends tell a different story. They speak of two brothers, powerful beings, who could command the stones to fly. They would stand on the shore, chanting, and the stones would rise into the air and move into place. It sounds impossible, but when you see the scale of Nan Madol, you start to understand why such stories exist. Even today, there are strange reports. Compasses malfunction, electronics behave oddly. Some believe this place sits on a powerful energy field. Others think it was never just a city, but something more, something functional. But modern research suggests something else, a simpler yet brilliant explanation. Instead of dragging stones on land, they used water. The stones were placed on rafts and floated across the ocean. Water reduced the weight, making transport easier. And to build upward, they used layered construction, placing logs in a crisscross pattern, gradually increasing height. Simple physics, but extremely effective. And yet, there's still one question left. Why build this? Why go through so much effort? The answer is darker than expected. Nan Madol was not built for freedom. It was built for control. Rulers forced local leaders to live inside this city, but the islands had no fresh water, no food sources. Everything had to be delivered, which meant the rulers controlled everything: food, water, life itself. This wasn't just a city. It was a trap, a beautiful prison, an ancient system of control built using architecture. And now, we move to a place hidden beneath the sands of Egypt, a place that may be the most disturbing of them all. Because here, we don't just see mystery, we see something that shouldn't be possible. The last, Serapeum of Saqqara, Egypt. Deep beneath the desert, near Saqqara, lies a hidden underground complex, discovered in 1850 by a French archaeologist. At first, it seemed like just another burial site, but what they found inside changed everything. Long underground tunnels cut directly into solid rock, dark, silent, endless. And along these tunnels sat something unbelievable. Giant stone boxes, perfectly carved, massive, each one around 4 meters long, over 3 meters tall, and weighing between 70 to 100 tons. And on top of each box, a lid weighing around 30 tons. Now imagine this. These boxes are made of granite, one of the hardest stones on Earth. Yet, their surfaces are perfectly smooth, polished to an almost mirror-like finish. Corners, perfect 90-degree angles. Precision, so accurate
It rivals modern engineering. Now here's where it gets even stranger. When these boxes were opened, they were empty. No bodies, no treasure, nothing. Just space. So the question is, why create something so massive, so precise, only to leave it empty? This is where theories explode. Some believe these were not coffins, but machines. Granite contains quartz, and quartz can generate energy under pressure. So what if these boxes were part of an ancient energy system? Others suggest they were used for sound resonance or frequency experiments. Some even believe they were designed to preserve something from radiation or something we don't yet understand. But scientists offer a more traditional explanation. They believe these were burial chambers for sacred bulls. Yet even they admit there are problems, because the level of precision is extremely difficult to explain, even with modern tools. And then comes the biggest mystery of all: logistics. These tunnels are narrow, tight, confined. So how did they bring in 100-ton stone boxes? How did they position them with such accuracy in such limited space? And how did they place 30-ton lids on top without modern cranes? There is no clear answer, even today, which makes the Serapeum one of the most uncomfortable mysteries in all of ancient history, because it shows us something undeniable. Ancient civilizations were capable of far more than we currently understand. It's easy to say aliens did it. It's easy to call it impossible. But maybe the truth is simpler. Maybe ancient humans were not primitive. Maybe they had knowledge, skills, and abilities that we've lost over time. Because when you look at these structures, you realize something powerful. Humans are capable of extraordinary things, not because of technology, but because of vision, discipline, and purpose. And maybe that's what we've truly lost. So the real question is, what else is still out there, waiting to be discovered? If you are fascinated by ancient mysteries, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because there are many more secrets waiting to be uncovered.